At the busy Abuko abattoir have lamented the high cost of cows as Muslims prepare to observe Eid al-Fitr, commonly known as Koriteh. The butchers are blaming the foreign exchange rate for the high cost of cows, which eventually leaves customers with no choice but to buy meat at high price. Traditionally, meat is the much loved and should after a commodity during a festive period like Koriteh, with many considering it as part of the Eid celebration. Mariam Cham tells us more of that in this report.
Like in many festive seasons, huge number of people visit the Abuko abattoir to buy meat with intention of cooking it on the day of Eid as part of the celebration. Though not compulsory to cook meat on Eid day, it remains the much loved and sought after commodity during festive periods like Koriteh. The providers of the meat at the abattoir, known as the butchers, describe the high cost of cattle, which is making business very difficult for them. Most of these butchers travel to Senegal, Mali and other countries in the sub-region to buy cattle. With the fluctuating exchange rates, many of these butchers blame the high cost of cattle on the currency rates. Mandua, a butcher at the Abuko abattoir, says the meat business this year is very expensive, adding that all butchers are suffering the same losses as no profit is gained.
Averi mom ren dafa seer trop dafa seer parce que kilo yàpp bi ñu ngi koy jaay 250.
Things are expensive this year because a kilo of meat and bone is $250 and steak is $300, which is really expensive. As butchers, we know that is expensive. I just bought a cow for $110,000 and the salesman would also blame it to the safer appreciation. We bought the cows from the abattoir, and I believe you when you say that you cannot buy at 10 and sell at 5. That is why the meat is expensive. Right now, if I should tell you how much I lost this year alone on meat selling, you will not believe me. And there is no butcher who will buy cows without a loss due to how expensive it is. Even if we are selling a kilo for $300, we will still have a loss.
Asan Fall, together with his fellow butchers, says their business is not booming as it should be, citing the high cost of purchasing cows.
Business mom depuis ba corona bi commencé tambalé ba légui gisuñ suñu bop ci business bi.
Since coronavirus began, we have not progressed in the business. Things are really expensive. Any cow you buy now, you will not gain profit from it. Sometimes you buy a cow for $180,000 to $170,000 and you lose an amount of $15,000 from it, which is a huge loss to us. We are just doing this so we can get good meat for our customers. Meat and bone is at $250 and for the steak, 1 kilo is $300. And as you can see, I don't buy this cow. I weigh it up and it weighs 1 kilo, which is $250. And I'm still maintaining that price for 1 kilo for $250. I only gain profit from the steak because there I can have $50 profit per kilo.
Omar Gay, also a butcher, blamed the high cost of meat on the currency exchange rates. As most of the cows comes from Senegal, he says the appreciation of the CFA affects the price.
Because of gatti.
The meat is not enough because the cattle are expensive and also the price of a kilo has been increased. Customers too, if they want 5 kilo for $1,000, they can only have 4, and it is one of the challenges we are facing here. You know, most of the cattle are coming from Senegal and the CFA is expensive and these people cannot purchase it with high cost and come down and sell it to us at a cheaper price. This is also an issue.
A customer, Parjai, says even though the price of meat is expensive, he is not blaming the butchers for it.
Yapabi Abuko serna wadiga $300 per kilo.
Meat is expensive, truly speaking, with 1 kilo costing $300. But you cannot blame those selling the meat because the market itself is expensive. And they normally get the cattle from Senegal, others from Mali, and some other countries. And the rate of the CFA is at $450. You cannot expect the CFA to be higher than what the butcher bought those cattle for with tax and then come and sell a kilo for $250. Then he or she will not gain any profit. I support the 1 kilo for $300 and I think it is good.
Butchers at the Abuko abattoir are selling a kilo of meat and bones for $250 and steak for $300. Meat is rich in protein and vitamin B12 and is also a good source of iron. Protein obtained from meat is easily digested and thus absorbed quickly and effectively by the body. Reporting for iAfrica News, I am Mariama Cham.